Which emotions affected your character the most and your play, like how you convey them on the stage?
He feels like he constantly has to either be something else to adapt to the circumstances or adapt to the situation, or if he's able to be himself, he's punished for it, or something goes wrong. So there's a feeling of entrapment, a feeling of loneliness, a feeling of resentment towards the world and the people in it around him, and really, I think, a feeling of profound discomfort. All those things were emotions that I felt in doing the play, and frustration, and because of all those feelings, frustration and anger as well.
What message do you want the audience to take from the play?
I don't know. I'm not sure. The reason why I don't know is I feel like a lot of it is not up to me. You know, there's things that I took from the play in doing it, but I think the beauty of theater is, you know, we experience the play as performers and as actors, and we do our best to embody what the play is trying to do and put it in our hearts and our minds. And then I think it's really up to the audience to have their experience of it. And that's what I love about theater is it's a dialogue. This production, I talk to the audience a lot directly. So there's a dialogue, and I really didn't know what the audience was going to take away from it. I hope that, in essence, people would see the play and walk away with a discovery about themselves that maybe they didn't have walking into the theater. But what that discovery was, I think I needed to wait until we did the play and spoke with people after to see what exactly that was doing for them.
So you said that you took some things from the play. If you don't mind sharing, what were these things?
For me as an actor, I technically took from, what it takes to show up every night and do a role that massive. I don't leave the stage for 90 minutes. I barely have time to even take a sip of water, which is challenging, but also a great honor to be in that position. That's an actor's dream. I was living a dream every night doing that. So I learned for myself what I need to do to have the stamina to do the role, what I needed to do to be of service to my cast members, which even though I'm on stage 90 minutes, everybody has a lot of responsibility in this play. It's not just me. And I learned for myself, what is it about me that I'm maybe hiding or feeling uncomfortable about or feel entrapped with, like Henry is. And like the playwright Gombrowicz, if you know about him, he lived a life where he felt like he never could truly be himself. He wrestled with these ideas, this existential idea of who am I to myself and who am I when I relate to the world and which is true. So in wrestling with those themes, I definitely started questioning in myself, what are the parts of Alex that are authentic? What are the parts of Alex that are modified to accommodate other people? And which of those things are even worth comparing and examining? To what extent can I even change these things about myself? Maybe it is part of being a human being that we do have to adapt to the environment we're in and be a little bit different depending on the situation. So I really wrestled with those things in myself, and it really forced me to hold myself to a standard of honesty personally that was a lot higher than maybe I would have done before I did the play.
What surprised you the most in Gombrowicz's work?
I was most surprised by how universal his writing was, how relevant it was. His plays are 75. The marriage is almost 75 plus years old. Incredibly relevant to the times. I was surprised at how well the translation was from the original language to English. And I was surprised by, after experiencing his writing and learning about him, I'm surprised that he's not more known, to be honest. He's an incredible writer, incredible. The writing of the marriage, in my opinion, is in par with a lot of incredible, Shakespearean texts, incredible, classical texts. It's really incredible material. So I think he deserves to be more known, and I hope that the festival can be a part of helping that happen.
Have you read other works of Gombrowicz?
I actually didn't read other plays by him. I read, synopsises and what, he only wrote a couple other plays, I believe, and some novels. But what I did read was his diary. I read through his diary, and I discovered a lot by doing that.
And did it help you to play better in this role?
I think so. I think in his diary, there's more insight into his mind, and he literally talks about some of his plays. He's like, the marriage should be done like this. And you're like, okay, well, the playwright said that, so I might as well respect it. He talks about how important musicality is in his plays. He talks about in his diary how he strategized how he wrote them. So I got a little bit of insight into his mind. And it was his personal diary, so I started to get hints as to what he was dealing with, and again, these themes really kept coming through, that he felt so uncomfortable in himself and he felt uncomfortable in the world. At times it gave me the feeling he was trapped in this shell that he couldn't break free of, and did his best to do that. I think that's why we ended up with his writing the way it was, because that was his way of breaking free as best he could.
Have you ever been to Poland before?
I've never been to Poland before. This is my first time, and it's beautiful. I'm honored.
What do you like the most?
Honestly, the people. Today was my first day off since we've been here to really explore on my own. So I got to see more of Old Town. We're in Warsaw right now. I got to see more of Old Town and see some of the culture. But my favorite thing so far has been the people and how the culture in Poland, in comparison to the U.S., is so much more oriented around the arts. In America, it's not always common for people to go see theater, or if they do, it's like a special event. In Poland, I would talk with students your age and talk with the average person, and arts and theater is an active part of everybody's life, at least in the people I've met in Warsaw and Radom.
You want to add something?
Well, I'm grateful to have met you. I'm grateful to have met the incredible people at the Gombrowicz Festival, and I feel very honored to be here.
And the question I have to ask just for myself, have you tried pierogi?
I did try. It's funny. This is the interesting thing about America is we have a lot of variety of cuisine in America, but some of it is really not well done, or it's done in a way that's not authentic. So I've had pierogi before, like at diners in Jersey City, I'm ashamed to say, after being in this country and actually having it, and it's like a completely different food. I did have it, in short, and I appreciated it. It was very good.